Hello, everybody, and welcome back to True Crimes and Cartel History. Today, we're diving into one of the most feared and misunderstood criminal organizations ever to emerge from the Caribbean, the Shower Posse. Yes, you heard that right. Not Power Posse, not Flower Posse. Shower, as in shower of bullets. Let's go back to Jamaica in the 1970s. And I'm not talking about Bob Marley, beaches, and jerk chicken. I'm talking about political warfare, Cold War chaos, and a recipe that gave birth to a global crime empire. In the late 1970s, Jamaica was a political battlefield. On one side, you had the People's National Party, the PNP, leaning towards socialism and cozy with Cuba. On the other side, the Jamaican Labor Party, or JLP, backed by Western capitalism and allegedly the CIA. Yeah, Uncle Sam was playing chess again. Now enter Edward Seeger, leader of the JLP, a man with Harvard credentials and a thing for control. Under his watch, armed political gangs started forming to secure votes by any means necessary. One of those gangs, you guessed it, the Shower Posse, led by a man named Lester Lloyd Cope, also known as Jim Brown. And no, not the football player. This Jim Brown was ruthless, charismatic, and had Kingston locked down tighter than a jerk marinade. Now you might be wondering, where did they get that name? Legend has it, one of the gang leaders once boasted they'd shower their enemies with bullets. And boy, they kept that promise. By the early 80s, Shower Posse wasn't just a gang, it was a franchise, shipping violence like it was Blue Mountain coffee. Once Jamaican politics cooled down a bit, the Shower Posse set its sight on a new market, the United States of America, land of opportunity and crack cocaine. By the mid-1980s, they had operations in Miami, New York, Philadelphia, Chicago, and their crown jewel, South Florida. They were working with the Colombians, moving serious weight in cocaine and enforcing with military-level violence. Think of them as the Jamaican version of the Sonola Cartel, but with dreadlocks, AK-47s, and a lot more patois. They left trails of bodies from Kingston to Brooklyn. You couldn't just beef with the Shower Posse. That was like trying to slap a crocodile in the face and expect it to say thank you. By 1988, the FBI and DEA had enough. They were like, who the hell are these Jamaican guys? And why are they turning Miami into a war zone? They eventually tracked much of the U.S. operations to Christopher Cope, aka Dudus, the son of Jim Brown. Yes, father and son narco dynasty, because why not turn your gang into a family business? Dudus ran a gang from Tivoli Gardens and West Kingston like a military base, with concrete walls, checkpoints, and loyalists who would take bullets for him without question. By the 2000s, Dudus was a ghost. No social media, no interviews, just whispers. But his power grew. He was considered a Robin Hood figure in Jamaica, giving back to the poor, sending kids to school, feeding families, all while smuggling cocaine, guns, and running international crime. The U.S. finally demanded his extradition in 2009. Jamaica resisted at first, triggering what's now called the Tivoli incursion. Picture this, 70 people dead, helicopters in the air, soldiers in the streets, and Dudus hiding in a wig in a woman's dress. Yes, a wig and heels, like a telenova gone wrong. They caught him, extradited him, and in 2012, he was sentenced to 23 years in U.S. prison. Damn. You know it's serious when even your enemies in Kingston go, yo, Dudas, me Sian, help you, non-star. The Shower Posse left a trail of violence, mystery, and fear that still lingers. In the 1980s and 90s, they were linked to over 1,400 murders in the U.S. alone. That's not just gangster business, That's a paramilitary operation. And even today, smaller fractions of the Shower Posse still operate in Jamaica, Canada, and the US, though nowhere near the bloody peak. They're part of a dark chapter in Jamaican history, when crime, politics, and international drug trade all dance to the same daily tune. So next time you hear the word Shower Posse, don't think luxury bad products. Think political violence, Cold War interference, and a gang that literally tried to shower its enemies with bullets, not blessings. And that's the Twisted Tale, Jamaica's most feared crime syndicate. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want more insane true crime stories from the underworld you never heard of. And remember, just because the island's beautiful doesn't mean the story behind it is. Thanks and peace. I'm out.